Secretary of Energy, I nominate Governor Jennifer Granholm.
Jennifer Granholm was born in Vancouver, Canada,
but came to the U.S. with my parents when I was 4, and we moved to Southern California and then to Northern California.
After graduating high school in San Carlos, California, Granholm moved to L.A. to pursue her dreams.
I wanted to become a serious actress.
Even appearing on a 1978 episode of The Dating Game.
Let's have a big hand for the cute and curvaceous Jennifer Granholm.
But while in L.A., Granholm became a naturalized U.S. citizen and fell in love with American politics, volunteering for the John B. Anderson 1980 presidential campaign. So she ditched the glitz and glam of Hollywood in pursuit of higher education, becoming the first in her family to graduate from college. She went to UC Berkeley to study French and political science.
I'm a scientist. All right, a political scientist. It doesn't really count.
Next up came Harvard Law School, where she graduated with honors and met her husband, Daniel Mulhern, a Michigander. After law school, she moved to Michigan and clerked for Damon Keith, a judge on the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. She also took an active role in the 1988 Michael Dukakis presidential campaign. That's where she met the head of the Democratic Party in Michigan, Rick Weiner.
He came to me and said, "You've got to run for attorney general." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Because at that point I had young kids, ages 3, 4, and 10 months. And I was like, no way. And I'm like, pushed him off. And I go home to Dan. And I said, you cannot believe what Rick just called and said. He said, you should run for attorney general. And Dan's like, of course you should run for attorney general. I got the kids. This is going to be great.
So she ran and won, becoming the first woman to hold the office in Michigan. And just 4 years later, she ran for governor.
We need to grow that economic base so that people in Michigan have jobs.
She wins again and becomes Michigan's first female governor.
In the Detroit Free Press, she's the boss, Jennifer Granholm.
In her first term, Granholm learned the challenges of maintaining jobs in the Rust Belt.
We have a little tiny community called Greenville, Michigan, population 8,000, and they are about to lose their major employer, which is a refrigerator factory that's operated by Electrolux. And I said, well, how many people work at Electrolux? And he said, 3,000 of the 8,000 people in Greenville. And they came back in and they said, wow, this is the most generous any community has ever been to try to keep jobs here. But there's nothing you can do to compensate for the fact that we can pay $1.57 an hour in Juarez, Mexico.
Granholm was largely able to keep Michigan's employment steady throughout her first term. But in her second term, disaster strikes.
Worries about the impact of a possible bankruptcy from General Motors, though, are spreading.
During the rest of her tenure, per capita personal income plummeted, and more than 500,000 jobs were lost across the state. That's more than 10% of the state's total employment. Her time in office, locally known as, quote, the lost decade. Granholm worked closely with President Obama and Vice President Biden to bail out the auto industry, touting Obama's work in an electrifying speech at the 2012 Democratic National Convention.
When Mitt Romney did say let Detroit go bankrupt, who took the wheel? Barack Obama!
Granholm left office in 2011 to become an adjunct professor at UC Berkeley and became a political commentator. And at TED's 2013 conference, Granholm shared her vision for the future of America.
Along the eastern seaboard, we're going to lead the nation in offshore wind. You might look at Michigan and say, we're going to lead the nation in producing the guts for the electric vehicle like the lithium-ion battery. Every region has something to offer.
Now I'm asking her to bring that vision and faith in America to the Department of Energy.
I have become obsessed with creating good-paying jobs in America in a global economy, obsessed with seizing the opportunities that a clean energy future will provide for American workers. So we can stand on the sidelines and let other countries beat us to these opportunities, or we can get in the game.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.